Kate Bocci? Bocci, is that, which one is it? Bocci.
Thank you. First of all, kudos to the Second Amendment. Last week, friends were calling me all upset about what was happening in Ukraine, or what the Mockingbird media was telling them what was happening in Ukraine. Ukraine is a sovereign country, they said. Putin can't do that. You know what I said to them? What about America? America is a sovereign, aren't we? Yet we were taken over by hostile occupiers 150 years ago. The same year the District of Columbia was established, and no one said boo. We were invaded. We weren't invaded with bombs and tanks. We were infiltrated by cowardly foreigners who recruited patsies and puppets to kill Americans and destroy America, threats to their rule. The same Americans now cheering for civilians in Ukraine who are reportedly fighting back against the supposed threat against their independence and freedom, their security and way of life, are silent while seated politicians call maskless Americans who dare show up at school board meetings, the U.S. Capitol, or a grocery store domestic terrorists and the enemy. Some say America is in the middle of our second civil war or our second revolutionary war. I disagree, and so does President Trump, who said 2 years ago this month, quote, "I want to assure the American people we are doing everything we can each day to confront and ultimately defeat this horrible and invisible enemy. We are at war. In a true sense, we are at war, and we're fighting an invisible enemy. Think about that. This is a different kind of war than we've ever had," unquote. In his 1913 book, The New Freedom, page 36, Democrat Woodrow Wilson wrote, quote, "An invisible empire has set up above the forms of democracy," unquote. Who is this invisible empire? This invisible enemy? George Herbert Walker Bush, a member of the secret society Skull and Bones, told us on January 16th, 1991, from the Oval Office, as he announced the start of the empire's next war. Quote, "We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and in future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, meaning we the people, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders, not Americans' founders." Today, when we started the meeting, I took the Pledge of Allegiance to the New World Order flag. It's not the American flag, that's the American flag. That's a captured American flag, captured by the invisible enemy, the New World Order. Grandchildren will ask us what we did during this war. Good wins, but they'll ask us, what did we do? Fight for good or fight for evil, or not fight at all? Thank you. Have a nice day.